Are we civilized? Are we a true civilization? Let's find out. Where does the word civilization come from? It's said to have arisen in French in the 1600s for the first time, and it has a root in Latin, meaning city of citizens or citizens within a city, and that's the beginning. But what is a true path that has followed that word and ourselves as humans? It has nothing to do with civilization. It has more to do with the term, which is barbarism. And why? Because what a civilization entails is having a centralized government with people divided in social spheres like poor, middle class, upper class, rich, wealthy, billionaires, or it has subdivisions in religions and castes and things like that. So it is having a centralized government with people already in social differentiation and division that speak a language and write and have systems and infrastructure, and there is urbanization and buildings and cities and sidewalks and things like that. So that's in general what a civilization is as a concept, as a definition. But it has nothing to do with what the meaning of the word makes us think of it. We are not civilized. We have never been. We have never been since the word started. It just took another turn. And what happened? What happened is that since the 16th, the 18th century, Europeans came and colonized or invaded indigenous cities in Latin America, in the Caribbean, and they imposed themselves upon these indigenous tribes. And but why? Why? Because they thought they were more civilized, because they took upon themselves to convert these indigenous people into more civilized people. But to them, what did that mean? To be like them, to be like their way of thinking, their religion, what they ate, their customs, their culture. So those Europeans of those times, they thought that they were already more civilized than indigenous tribes and people, just because they have been in living and operating as a society for longer as that, because they don't even know how long did these indigenous tribes were there for. There can be estimations of the times, but they don't know. But they thought, as more civilized people, they had to impose their culture and their views and everything, and just do away and eradicate completely groups and groups and groups of indigenous people. So that's just sort of an ancient beginning of civilization, just thinking I am better than another, that other people, that another culture, just because I dress like this and you barely use clothes because of the environment where you live, I'm better than you. Or I have this religion, I have this God, I'm better than you. So you see, there is no civilization whatsoever in that word. That word has been used to just eradicate groups of people from Earth, or merge and sort of disintegrate their culture, their lives, how they look. And more recent, then you have that translated into colonization, and countries like Great Britain having their many countries like India, like Bahamas, etc., all their colonies, right, colonized for many years. That was another way to bring civilization into these countries that they didn't need that type of civilization. If you come to another country and you want to share your culture, you want to mix, you want to learn, and that people learn from you, that is different. That would be a true civilized person or country or culture. But no, we didn't begin civilization with the right foot, and we will never be there, because it's always been about, I am a better culture than you, so I will annihilate you from Earth, and you're less than me for that reason. And it's just that civilization has become like the approval method to invade other countries and to annihilate whole cultures. That's what it's being for, on one hand. On the other hand, the fact that in itself as a concept, it has maintained people divided for centuries as to their resources, their means, how they look, what race they are, color of skin, how much money they make. You're poor, you're middle class, you're rich, so I have more rights than you, and things like that. So do you really think we are a civilization of people? We are not. We're not. We have a lot to learn from nature, how creation works. And instead of wanting to be that type of civilized, we just need to be human. We just need to be human, and we just need to be human beings, which is the stage where you embrace everything else and everybody else as is, without trying to annihilate them because they're not like you. They don't think like you, they don't look like you, they don't speak your language, they haven't been here for so long, etc. We have a lot to learn from nature, from animals. There are other animals on this earth that we should not only study, but really adopt their behavior. And I can give you an example of the bees. In a beehive, you have a true community working for their own growth and progress and stability. They have, if you don't know, almost 1,000 bees die daily in a given beehive. And 1,000 bees can make maybe 1 spoon of honey, right? We consume honey. We don't even know the effort that those bees are making to bring honey to our tables. And honey, we consume honey, but it's not for our consumption. Honey is the baby bee's food. So we're taking away the baby be food for our consumption. And that's why part of the problem with the bee population not being able to rise to the stage or the level they should be. And some ecosystems are failing because of this. But we don't know any of this. We think the bees work for us. No, nothing on this earth works for us. Nothing at all. We should be more appreciative and we should learn more from them and adapt their capability so that we do not become a civilization of barbarics, but people that want to share and that want to adapt and that want to protect. So this is the video today. I just wanted to touch on the word civilization, because if you thought we were civilized, we are not. We have never been, and we will never be, because the word is corrupt from the beginning. What we need to strive for is becoming better individuals, better persons, better human beings every single day, so that our processes are conducted through sharing, cooperation, collaboration, not killing and colonizing and thinking we're better than anybody else. Don't become civilized, because our word is corrupt already. Just become a better person and a human being. And we should all have a better future on this earth.